Hello, guys, and welcome back to another edition of Baseball Talk with your brothers. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here with my brother Tim because we got an interesting video and an interesting topic to talk about for this one here. Because yesterday afternoon, I believe it was yesterday afternoon, no, 2 days ago?
2 days ago at this point.
Yeah, because we're recording in the morning. Emmanuel Clase, closing pitcher of the Cleveland Guardians, has been put under investigation for potential gambling on sports. And here's the crazy part about the whole thing is he's not the only Guardian that's been caught doing this. Luis Ortiz, or has evidence against him doing it. Luis Ortiz was caught earlier in the year. But Tim, your first thoughts on Emmanuel Clase here and this whole situation going down in Cleveland?
Yes, can you blame the translator? Sorry, I'm not supposed to start doing digs right away. That could be a good idea. I mean, it worked for somebody else. Anyways, no, it's kind of embarrassing because I remember hearing from Mr. Trevor May when he was talking about some rules and stuff. He goes, each and every year, somebody from the MLB comes into the spring training clubhouse and tells them and reads them the rule out loud. You are not allowed to bet on sports, especially baseball. It is not in your, it's against your contract. You will get in trouble. You're not allowed to do this. And people still do it. It's just embarrassing to see from, like, yes, whatever, Ortiz, he was a up-and-coming pitcher. Whatever. Emmanuel Clase is one of the best damn closers in all of baseball. He's one of the best pitchers, period, in baseball. And he's betting on games. What are you doing? It's quite embarrassing, and I will say it's going to have a huge impact on a bunch of things that I'll kind of mention in a little bit. But I want you to be able to talk a little bit. I do have a couple of things that I'll mention later on of how this is going to affect certain people.
Yeah, well, for a starter, he was supposed to be part of the trade deadline this year. That
was my big thing on who's going to affect for the trade deadline.
Yeah, and if anything, I mean, how positively does this impact someone like the Minnesota Twins or the St. Louis Cardinals or the Pittsburgh Pirates who are looking to trade Yohan Duran, Griffin Jacks, David Bednar, Dennis Santana, Ryan Helsley, stuff like that? How much does it benefit those type of teams that now one of the big top targets are off the market, so they have less. There's less to go around, and all of a sudden the price just got higher on those players specifically.
Yep.
And what's really interesting with this case, and one thing I've always wondered is why would players even risk this? Because now I don't know the exact amount of money that he was betting on this or his friends were betting on this. He makes $4 million a year. Is that not enough? Like,
apparently not.
Why would you risk million?
Wait, Clase makes only $4 million a year.
He signed a 5-year, $20 million.
Whoops! I thought he was making more. Never mind.
No, he's on a very team-friendly deal, which would have made him worth a lot more at the deadline here.
Sure.
And he screwed that up, and it's just crazy to see that players still do that, even though they're making millions of dollars. And unless you're betting millions of dollars on games, then it makes absolutely no sense. And here's the thing with the investigation that's going to go on as well. You see the stat, Tim, where of his waste pitches on the first pitch of the ninth inning compared to every other pitch.
And that's what they're investigating.
It's more than triple. 17.5% on the first pitch of the ninth inning of pitches not even close to the zone compared to 5.2% the rest of the pitches. Like, it's blatantly obvious a little bit there. And then you see ones that, like, he bounces in the dirt 5 feet in front of the plate and stuff like that. Like, that's damning right there. Like, you can't do that and make it that obvious. Now, obviously, you don't want, if you're going to bet on it or whatever, you don't want it to be anywhere close to where the batter's even thinking about swinging the bat. So that's one way to be able to make sure he doesn't swing the bat. Unless it's Vladimir Guerrero Sr., he'll probably get a base hit off of that type of pitch, but that's beyond the point. But yeah, no, I'm still shocked that we still get players gambling on or betting on games, and unless you're Shohei Ohtani, you can't get away with it.
Correct.
So it just shocks me to see players making millions of dollars and feel the need to bet on games as well.
Yeah, it 100% is. And I'll quickly tag on one more thing because I know you mentioned how it will affect the other teams in the trade deadline. This affects the Guardians like crazy because A, they just lost their closing pitcher. B, that was going to be one of their bigger trade tools in order to rebuild their organization. Now they're going to have to go and start listing some other players. I don't know, Steven Kwan's going to be available now. You've got all of a sudden they're going to have to start moving other pieces to make up for this. And this is a franchise-altering mistake from Mr. Emmanuel Clase. So definitely not something we were hoping to see. Not something we were hoping to do a video on, but yeah, this is quite bad for a lot of people.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, especially as fans of a team that we know is going to be in the reliever market. I mean, we know the Mets are looking at Bednar potentially. They're looking at Duran.
They were looking at Clase.
They were looking at Clase, and I heard a report that the GM for the Cleveland Guardians was trying to work on a trade for Clase the last 6 weeks. Oops. And now that's not going to be able to happen. And he's suspended now. For right now, he's suspended until I believe the end of August. I believe that was
no, it was like August 5th or something like that.
I thought it was August 31st, if I remember. Yeah.
Yep.
He's on. Yep, right here. Oh wait, no, that was Luis Ortiz. That's on that until the 31st.
I don't think did they list a timetable for him?
I thought they said the 31st as well, but that may have just been Luis Ortiz that I read and I misunderstood it.
Maybe.
Yeah. And one of the big questions this could lead to, if this becomes such a problem in baseball, I think it's not a simple solution, but this could be something that helps this happen, stuff like that. How about the fact that the following game for the Cleveland Guardians, when they posted out their starting lineup, it was brought to you by Bet365? How about ready? I know this is groundbreaking. Stop advertising gambling.
What?
I have a feeling if this continues in less than 5 years, we will see as many gambling ads as we do cigarette ads. Why? Because they'll be banned. Because it would cause so much issues that MLB will not want to be associated with that anymore, and it'll blemish their game if they're not able to get this problem under control. And I think one big thing that they can do is, I don't know, stop advertising it. Like I was watching the Mets Giants game the other day, and I found this one extremely ironic. On over by the big main scoreboard where you see the batter up and the lineups and stuff like that in San Francisco. In California, by the way, California, not legal. It's not legal in California yet. One of the sponsors for Oracle Park is Fanatic Sportsbook. Like,
it's actually kind of funny.
Now I get it. Fanatic sells more than just and does more than just online sportsbook, but like, I'm like, how do you have that as a sponsor and not have it legal in your own state? So I always found that interesting as well when you would see, because I mean, I've seen the Padres advertise
Circa
Casino in Las Vegas. Like
I thought Detroit did too.
And in some of these states, it's not even legal yet. So it's an interesting, very touchy subject, and I know a lot of people would like to hear a conversation about. And as someone who used to do content for it and somebody who does do content for it, I think this is something that we would know a little bit about. So I always found that interesting there. By the way, this episode is brought to you, but I'm just kidding. I'm not doing a sportsbook read there. Not going to happen. Nope. And the only reason why we're talking about this on this channel is because somebody got suspended for it.
Yep.
We're not giving any plays out here. We're not giving any bets out here. Nothing along those lines. We're just breaking down what happened with Emmanuel Clase. So anything you would like to mention before we head on out for this video?
If you're an MLB baseball player and you're somehow watching this video, for God's sake, stop betting on sports. Stop it. Stop. Especially baseball. Especially when you pitch. Stop. You make enough money. If you're, unless you're an up and coming player that might not last super long in the MLB, like you're going to make enough money in order to stay in the MLB for your career. Just play baseball. Play baseball. Come on.
And if you want to gamble so bad on sports, wait till you're retired. Very simple. Most MLB careers are not that long to begin with. We go crazy when somebody's career is 20 years.
Dick Mountain's in his 25th year,
something like that. And somebody, by the way, side note, somebody that hasn't picked him up yet, please pick him up. I want to see him break the record.
Yeah, me too. Anyways,
and Atlanta Braves, you've already picked up Eric Fetty and Carlos Carrasco. Why not give Dick Mountain a try? But we're not talking about that in this video. I just wanted to throw that out there. That's going to just about wrap it up for this one here. Interesting topic, and we have another interesting topic planned to potentially record tonight, later tonight, which is a very concerning topic in the MLB. And I'll give a little teaser here, whether or not we might have baseball in 2027 or not. So that will be the next video that Tim and I sit down and record. There might be videos in between that if there are some trades made, because there's
going to be some trades made today for sure.
There's going to be some trades made. I'm going to sit down and I'll record those. I've been doing all the trade videos basically solo, which it is what it is, because I want to get them out as soon as possible, and trying to link up with that, very difficult to do. But if there's any major trades like Suarez, I'll have you hop on, or like a big player with control, I'll have you hop on. But if it's a bullpen arm or a fifth starter or an outfielder or something like that, I'll just jump on, do that real quick and all that. So, but that's going to just about wrap it up for this one. We want to thank you guys as always for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode of Baseball Talk with the O Brothers. Good luck, guys.